How's it going, guys? This is Dirty Desktop coming at you. This is a short, maybe not short video on for you guys that are getting on to DIY, do it yourself, how to's and what have you, or you have a kid going off to college or what have you. These are tools everyone should have. Everyone should have in their houses. No, I am not one that is paid by tool makers, but I do enjoy them. So, first thing at first. We got, actually let's start with the toolbox. Get a small toolbox. This is a old Kennedy, actually. These are really nice. You can get them at garage sales, Craigslist, eBay, Menards, Home Depot. You know, you can get them anywhere that sells tools. You don't need to get a really expensive one like this guy would be. Cheap will do it, just enough to get your tools in. Excuse me. And then we'll start off with some of the tools you should put in there. And if you don't have that, you can use that. 5-gallon bucket or 10-gallon bucket. Works just fine. Helps carry them. Maybe have a handle on that thing, but you know, to each their own. So first off, I'm a lot of first offs, huh? Get yourself a screwdriver set. First, make sure it's probably made in the U.S. It's just going to be a better steel. Tends to be a better steel, better handle. Not going to really wear on you. You can get the snap-ons. I don't really care about them. I mean, these are just DeWalt's. So, U.S. made, best or preferred, but really make sure it feels good in your hand. You know, you're going to be handling this thing quite a bit. So if it doesn't feel good, you don't like the grip, don't get them. If anything, take your if you're giving a gift, maybe see what they have, or take them to the store with you. They might find they like a different style than you. So, if anything, if you don't want to get this whole set, like I have here, which includes everything from a really tiny, I think 0, and a stubby, you know, make sure you get like these two right here, which are a 1 and a 2. Most screws you come across are 2, but decent length. It feels good in my hands, at least. And then you also have your flatheads. These are Phillips. These are flatheads. Again, 1 or 2. Get that guy out of here. I've actually had to do some doctoring on this guy. Fits something, but still works just fine. You can get them with a magnetic tip. You can also get magnetizers as well. But really, like I said, first off with these, if they don't feel good in your hands, don't get them. Find ones that do, and if you can, get US made, better steel. And then we have some pliers that are really good to have in your toolbox. We have some needle nose pliers, indicated by the really pointy nose. And I have something on them. Oh well, it happens. They're tools. These don't have the cutters right here. Maybe get those. Found myself in times where it's like, I wish I had a cutter, but you know, I have another tool for that too, which is a blessing and a curse. But maybe a little bit smaller as well. These are pretty large, but they get the job done. That's the main point. And these are slip joint pliers. They come in handy as well, because not only can they be like the standard pliers, but they expand out to get around other objects. Yeah, I can do this one-handed. That's how awesome I am. No, it comes with practice. So, again, U.S. made is better, but make sure these feel good. These are actually by Channel Locks. They actually make really good products. So, they're really famous for these guys right here. This is their bread and butter. But, I believe, yep, made in the USA. Oh, come on. Focus, you mother trucker. There we go. Made in the USA. Perfect. Alright, back to over here. Then you have your wrenches. We have socket wrenches here. Again, US made. This is a Masterforce from Menards. You know, US steel right here. Perfect. This is going to last you a long time. Durable. Takes abuse. And then you also have several different styles of open and box end wrenches. These are, I think, these are Huskies. These are Craftsman. These are your standard, typical, you know, nothing fancy. And then you have your ratcheting. Some of them have the closed-in ratchet, as is here, and then some actually have an open-end ratchet. I have a set of those, but I keep all of these in my tool bag simply because you need what works, what fits, and what have you. And sometimes you can't use the open end. Sometimes you just need something sturdy. So, because these ratchet ends do tend to break. So, going over here as I'm twisting on this 5-gallon drum so I can be closer. We have what you should maybe buy in the future if you don't want to spend all the money now. These are good ideas for the future. Starting off with this, I'll start off with this guy right here. This is just a Fat Max Extreme ruler. You don't need to get the 30 foot. Freaking 10 or 20 foot will do just fine. You don't need to get something this bulky. Heck, my grandmother has her own toolbox and she has just a small little tape measure. Handy, but not necessarily required in the toolbox. Then we have this is a dead blow version. Something with a rubber end. It's gonna be your best bet. This is chewed up a bit. Oh well, it's meant to be abused and used. This is a dead blow, so there's sand in here that ensures that there's a little bit more kick to it. But even just a rubber mallet is gonna do you just fine. This is all out of my tool bag. So, and then a hammer, regular steel hammer. This one again, made in the USA. Show it to you. Yep, made in the USA. Eastwing do make really good hammers. This is a ball peen hammer, as you can see by the peen there. This is maybe a little big for you guys. This is like a 24 ounce or something like that. You can get away with a small one. Probably get a claw hook, and that has an actual like nail puller on the end. Tend to be a little bit better. Gnarled ends also help a bit, but I do recommend an Eastwing. Maybe you can probably get something else that's, again, made in the US. They're gonna be able to withstand a little bit better. Some extras, as you can see, I have an extra set of screwdrivers, and if you look at these three, get out of here, these three right here, they're all a little bit thicker and bulkier. It's because they're insulated. I work with a lot of electrical sometimes, so I like having that insulation. They're rated to like 1,000 volts or something like that, 10,000 volts. Comes in handy. These are diagonal cutters, tend to be nice. I don't have the cutters on my needle nose, so I use these a lot to help out with that. Again, insulated. This one, yeah, 10,000 volts. All right, excuse me. But I believe made in the US, perfect. Great story. These are the channel locks I showed you a little bit earlier. Bread and butter of channel locks. These come in handy, especially once you get into like plumbing and what have you, because they're able to go from such a small diameter to, I used to be able to be so good at this, to a larger diameter pretty quick, pretty easily, painlessly, especially when you have two hands. Comes in handy when you're doing plumbing. Torpedo level, named such so that it slides into your back pocket really easily, as you can tell by the slimming of the ends. You have, depending on how you have it, it can have horizontal and vertical, and then a 45-degree angle. This is analog technology here, guys. Analog. You got a bubble, that's it, and you put it between the lines, and you know you got a pretty good level surface. Allen wrenches come in handy. These are a bit rusted. Oh well, maybe a new time for the new one. Metric and standard. When it comes to like the sockets and wrenches, metric and standard, have both. It's so much easier having them instead of being like, well, this 1/4 inch isn't working. Do I go up step? No, I can't. All right, go to the metric. You'll find the right size. Specialty tools that I find work really nice to have on hand. This is a bit of a volt detector. It also has a nice shiny light, beep beep, shiny light on it. Helps you find where you're pointing. but this tip right here will basically beep and scream at you when there's electricity. You can also see an indicator right there. Really great to have so that you don't electrocute yourself. And then this is, my buddy called it a brass magnet. If you don't know anything, brass is not magnet. This is a this has magnets on the bottom. This comes in handy when you have to reach into something that you can't fit your hand into, and you can still grab everything. So, and then that's my tool bag right there. Pretty nice. A lot more tools that you probably don't need, but this is a basic that everyone should have in their tool bag, have at home. That way you're able to fix whatever you encounter. Damn plane. So that's it for me. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I'll have 2 new videos coming up within a few days here. Working on that beast.